Shua.
Today we're actually gonna do a double. Shua and I watched this movie called Contracted a while back. I did a review, but we never posted it. And we found out Mercer hadn't seen Contracted, so what we did was we decided. Last week we're like, hey, let's watch Contracted 2. And we find out Mercer hadn't seen Contracted 1, so we watched Contracted 1 instead. And then tonight we watched Contracted 2. So we're going to talk about those movies. Brief, very short synopsis of what occurs in
Catching up.
Yeah. There's a girl, and her girlfriend has dumped her. She goes to a party. She gets roofied. A guy takes advantage of her, and well, she starts turning into a fucking zombie. So
yeah, let's not beat around.
I'm not even gonna beat around the bush.
Yeah, that's.
And it is a plot fuck, when I say that. But the cool thing about this movie is it doesn't really take away from it. It's actually very, very well done. There's some neat shit that goes down. I mean, because
it's pretty much a fair. Like we've only said this about a few movies, so I'm just putting that out there before I say this. This is pretty much a damn near legit portraying of how it would happen.
Yeah. Well,
granted, if it happened
via this
sexually transmitted,
transmission avenue, sure, yeah.
Well, it seems like a lot of because I mean, when it comes to the last couple of indie films that I've seen, when it comes to zombie flicks, is they're starting to kind of show the transformation. Like we said earlier, like we've said when we saw it, like we've said a couple of times on every zombie movie we've seen, like Maggie. Maggie was a whole another take on that.
Absolutely.
And so is this. This is more. Yeah, go ahead. This is more along the lines of. Just watching this person transform into this, because you see it all the time with vampire movies, and all of a sudden people just decide it's like, well, why don't we show it with zombie movies, And it's a really great concept.
It's a different take instead of just survivors, horde, like type thing. This is like the build to the epidemic
transformation.
It's very, very gradual and fucking painful to watch too.
Very much so.
I think we could also.
There were some scenes in the second one that I couldn't sit through, which is saying something because I can usually stomach some stuff, but
I think we can all. I speak for everybody. Want to say it's like they're like damn good.
Oh, it's very, 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 very
for being
very well.
Not gonna say low budget because there was some money spent, but for being
they spent it well.
They did.
Oh yeah.
This movie goes along those lines. It's a low budget movie, but it's money spent well, or spent right.
Right. The effects are pretty much all practical too.
Yeah, they're damn good in both movies.
The makeup even.
Especially, and they did 90% of it with makeup. Right. That's the best part. There weren't a whole lot of prosthetics and weird stuff. It was
pretty much contact or.
It was nearly.
How was the eye? Was it good? I couldn't watch that. Was the eye good?
Yeah,
it was well done.
Was it well done? Okay, I'll go back and watch it.
But I don't think there's hardly an ounce of CGI in this whole damn movie.
I'm pretty sure there is in some of the blood splatters and stuff.
But
other than the most part, though,
nothing.
It's all practical.
It's all while you're seeing this side of the actor's face.
It's not like blatant cartoon.
Yeah, while you see this side of an actor's face. Like on the other side, there's like a hose, coming up to on the side, making it look like there's blood coming out of their mouth, or they're throwing up blood, or it's coming out their nose. And then when you see them straight on, it's like a fucking bloodbath is just pouring out of them.
Like the sneeze was good.
The sneeze was really good.
The initial sneeze was good because I don't know if you guys noticed, but there were like clots that came out too.
Yeah, but let's not jump to the second one just yet.
Because we're on the subject, because I know I'll forget.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to throw that out there.
How about the acting? in the first movie.
The act so far
Very fucking good.
I fucking
so far so
believable.
Yeah, a lot of this is like very professionally done, like old school meets modern.
Yep.
When it comes to
Definitely.
everything.
Oh, I love
and
it.
it's not. There's not one bit of cheese in it at all.
No, and Frost said it, and we both agree. Like the doctor in the first one would be like, I want to go to him.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, that
he's
dude is the shit, you know? He was so fucking chill.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
after you expressed our our thoughts on it so far, let's express the cons of it. So Frost, you had a couple.
Well, I'm kind of I'm one of those guys that notices and I nitpick shit. Like in the very, very first little bit of Contracted 1, our antagonist, I guess, he puts a body into the cooler in a morgue, right? And you can see her breathe. Now, looking back, maybe she was coming back. I don't know, right? So I can't really bitch too much about that.
I didn't think about that before.
There were some continuity parts where the girl who's why can't I not remember her name right now?
Samantha.
Samantha. Okay.
Yes.
So she's in various states of transformation, and she kind of bounces back and forth. There's one scene where her eye is completely like that pus yellow, no pupil, and then in another scene she's got like the Marilyn Manson contact with a pupil, and then in the next scene she's back to. And little things like that bug me.
Actually, that wasn't little because
It is, in the grand scheme of things, it's very, very trivial. But little shit like that fucking bothers me. But I was able to kind of forgive it because the movie was so good.
Right.
I was like, all right.
And I will say that I don't know the actress's name, but the girl who plays Samantha, like as her stage gets worse, like her de-evolution or her breakdown, her decomposition gets worse.
Mm.
Her nervousness, her handling everything, gets amazing because where she's going to check in for the flower competition, she's all twitchy and everything. It was spot on.
Yeah, it was. I liked the actress. I thought she did a great job. And my girlfriend called Riley a schmo.
Yeah.
She's like, that schmo? And I was like, yeah, he was kind of a schmo. I'm not sure what a schmo is.
He is.
But see, I'm one of these guys, if someone's a motherfucker, I call him a motherfucker. I don't call him a schmo.
Yeah.
So I can only, and my girlfriend doesn't curse much, so I can only assume that schmo means motherfucker to her, so.
Well, I think Riley's grandmother in the second one called him a schmo.
Yeah.
Okay, so
she called him a pussy.
So now we go to Contracted 2.
Phase 2.
Phase 2.
Which picks up where,
in the fucking... Tell them about the blackout at the beginning and how in the second when we get to see the blackout.
Oh, yeah, the first one ends... God, I don't want to... I'm trying to figure out how to word it without...
There's an attack.
The first one ends with the character turning, with Samantha turning, and there's a part where right as she's getting ready to finally go for it, it fades. Well, it doesn't fade. It cuts to black, but you hear
The
screaming.
Yeah.
This one picks up the last 3 minutes of the first movie, and you get to see the blackout part, which
nobody ever does correctly, but they did.
This was done amazingly well.
Did we pick up on who was the director for this? Did we?
Nah, I didn't pay attention.
No.
Don't know.
I even said,
brilliant
should we take notes?
Or woman.
And we're like, no, let's just wing it. And it was like, well, we've been drinking. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's what horror movie night is.
Yeah, and if you've seen any of our other, movie reviews, you know that there's always beer involved.
Yeah.
So.
But there was
Shua's on his meds, so he's hired in giraffe pussy right now, so it doesn't matter.
I know.
He's a fucking Ativan or whatever it is that keeps fucking crazy kids.
So and then
he's gonna fuck it up.
So it picks up. Shut up.
Shit. All right.
So it legitimately picks up where the first one ends, even to the fact that in the first one it's not done by the alright, so the whole turning of the zombies or whatever is done in days. Like the first one's set up like there's
day one.
The rape happens, and then there's day 1, 2, 3. This one picks up day 4, 5, and 6. So there's like a legit continuation.
We need to find out if they didn't shoot these back to back, because it almost looks like they did. It really kind of does. The same actress who was Sam in the first one is in the second one.
Unless they just told her to go on ahead and do it, and they used
which is possible.
The footage that they,
that's possible too.
But they did bring her back for her autopsy, because that was definitely her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. And basically, it picks up with Riley,
which the poor bastard
has now contracted.
Right.
The schmo.
Which watch the first one and you'll see
know what a schmo is.
Right.
So, and it's basically them trying to. The thing we left out was in the first one. There's like a mysterious dude you don't really get to see, that roofied guy. He's basically a carrier for this thing, apparently.
Right.
And Riley goes to the doctor to get checked out to see if he's got whatever it was that Sam had, and this guy's still on the loose, still doing his thing, still roofing girls, still whatever. And right in the beginning we see he's got a tattoo on the inside of his finger that says Abaddon, which is the first demon night in hell or something like that.
Something like that.
Some religious link, and he's trying to spread Armageddon, essentially.
Yeah.
So hijinks ensue. I don't want to fuck up.
It gets
right. There's no real.
It escalates from the flow of the first one to the flow. Well, after the night with grandma, or the scene with grandma where she calls him a pussy.
That's great.
Yeah. That was fucking priceless.
That was fucking awesome.
But
see, in the first one we only had one infected. In this one, it's. You automatically get the impression.
And that was the thing that we had all said about the first one, is that the police force and law enforcement are actually, like, they know something's wrong.
And they don't say
the first
anything.
one.
They don't say shit.
Because you hear like news bulletins and word of mouth that's like, hey, they're looking for this guy. And you hear like a couple radio announcements saying that, this guy, if you have any information on guy fitting the stature, please contact whoever.
Well, we heard. We've heard your cons. Do you have any other cons that you picked up on that you want to mention?
Well, I got some for the second still, but
for the second, no.
They kept the gore about this. No, I think it was escalated.
I think there was a little bit more gore in this.
I actually kind of do think there was a little more. But same thing.
It was more detailed,
right?
Well, yeah. Well, this one goes into more. It's starting to pick up. The epidemic. Pick up. So of course you're going to see more gore, more fighting, more shooting, and stuff like that. Not a whole lot, because they're still trying to understand this, and it hasn't completely broke out yet.
Right, and
but it's starting to.
And as it goes forth, Riley starts to unschmo a little bit.
Yeah, it takes him until he's.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still.
It happens.
It's.
Yeah. But this one elevates quickly, like from the flow of the first one to the flow of the second one, because this one, like,
definitely,
damn near like action. This one's more action driven, like a little bit like suspense.
I wouldn't say it was more action driven. I would just say there's more. There's just a generic.
More suspense.
No, generic gunplay with. Trying to be a little bit more, rather than trying to creep you out, like, oh, maggots or whatever, there's like some more drawn out, almost, it reminds me of Zombie. Remember in Lucio Fulci's Zombie when the zombie busts his hand through and grabs that girl by the head and he's pulling towards that shard of wood?
Right.
And you're thinking that's never going to pay off, and then after a painfully long drag, you see that wood shard go into her eye.
Right.
there was a lot of stuff that made me think of that. Because I'm like, no fucking way. Oh, they're doing that? And we kept calling it.
Yeah,
He's
like
gonna
I called.
pee blood. He, whatever. We just kept doing it.
She goes when the one that I called the eye thing. She goes to remove her contact, and I was like, "It's gonna happen," and I could watch it, and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And they were like, "Yep,
Yep. I mean, that's just you can all, and there is some predictable stuff. If you watch enough horror, there are some very predictable scenes, but the payoff is worth it.
Right.
I would say
In this one, because
definitely.
I have a heartfelt place for the special effects artist and crew and everything, because this, like, even the bang work on his back and the pustules, like they're
yep.
The appliances were seamless. The bang work is awesome.
The pus effects are amazing.
Yeah,
that was
definitely. And I've always said, like, anytime there's because I think the last time I ever saw a pus effect was in a movie was Hostel. I brought this up earlier.
Yep.
And where I'm sure by now a lot of people have seen Hostel, where he cuts her eye off and just
Yep.
And anytime I see anything like that, which is also just, a couple of times through this movie, especially through the second one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I won't be eating nacho cheese
right,
or anything, beef and cheddar combos or beef and cheddar sandwiches.
Gonna take Pepto instead of Alka-Seltzer?
Something, I'm like, man, I just can't do it, And this is a great movie for anyone who's looking to go on a diet and is struggling. Just watch this movie, and you're like done.
Right.
So,
it will unhungry you really quick.
Yeah,
and not as bad as some things like Hostel or Saw or whatever, but enough. Because just the way that they do it, the situations they pull it off in are great. My only, my big cons about the movie were, again, quite trivial. And when you compare it to like there were some scenes where like he would have blood like from here to here, and then he'd cut to this guy, cut back, and it's just right there. I'm it cuts back. That's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. I saw the cop pull her gun twice. As in, she already had her gun out. Somebody walks in the room and she pulls her gun out. That bothered me. Yeah. The other thing that bothered me was the actress, very, very hot, and we really wanted to see her tits, but it just wasn't going to happen. It's just not that kind of movie.
I wasn't going to bring that up. Because the entire movie I was like, show your tits. And I wasn't going to bring that up, but since you did.
What did bother me a little bit was we were sitting there and like she spoke a few lines and I went, that chick's not American.
Right, and it was when she came into the interrogation room and asked him if he wanted, and
it just kept
he
going.
wanted some water.
And I was like, and we were like, what do you think, Australian? I was like, I don't know. No. And we narrowed it down so quick. We were like,
Scotland.
No, we were like, it's not Australian. It's UK.
Yeah.
And they were like, Irish or Scottish? Scottish. It was, and I nailed it. We pulled her up on IMDb, Glasgow. How you can't get more fucking Scottish.
And you can tell too, especially later on, that that actors like that. You can tell when they have when they're trying to just be plain American.
Right.
That they have a very thick accent.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning when she was starting to talk, and she would just kind of talk in small words and phrases.
Yep.
But then her accent really comes out when in an intense scene, where she has to speak full sentences really fast. It really comes out, and that's kind of like what because we've talked about it before.
Hello, Riley. What is all this about? And I'm like, whoa, you broke.
What are you doing Saturday night?
Yeah.
You broke.
You broke.
You broke.
You broke. Fuck off, that lot of you.
You're broke. It was.
Yeah,
but she did a good job.
She did a great job.
I mean,
and that's something that you see in other actors as well. Especially bringing up the late great Alan Rickman, who we've lost recently.
Yeah.
But one of the things was how in every movie everyone was like, well, he has this approach about it, or how he presents his lines and how he presents himself and the character and everything, especially through the Robin Hood and Harry Potter, especially and Die Hard and anything else.
Yeah.
The story goes he had something wrong with he had some kind of speech impediment.
Right.
And when he was acting, he just kind of developed this way of speaking.
This sort of cadence.
Delivering
like
delivering his lines in a way that eventually became the classic.
Iconic.
Alan Rickman.
Potter.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that.
Very enunciated and very deliberate
speaking. Which has become somewhat of a technique.
Well, a lot of people do. A lot of people do that. If you've got
and some old school, some country singers. Let me rephrase. Old school country singers.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Luke. But I can't remember his name, but he was in, and I can't remember the name of the movie. Every Which Way But Loose with Clint Eastwood. With the one with the monkey, and there's a country singer in that, and everyone was like, man, he's just his vocals, his pronunciation, everything is just great. But it kind of comes to it's like, well, that's how he learned how to kind of overcome his speech impediment was just how to sing and so forth like that.
Well, I've got a stutter
she
real bad,
does.
so I just curse instead. I'll be like, instead of going, I go, fuck us!
Yeah.
Fuck! No, I don't have a stutter, but I do cuss a lot. So.
Yeah. So.
Hello?
What the fuck are you doing?
Get a fucking beer!
Well, give me one too.
Yeah, might as well.
Alright.
Son of a bitch.
We need to get sponsored.
We might as well.
It's fucking expensive.
Grabs the box.
What's the fucking point? There's only 3 left in this son of a bitch.
And what a coincidence, there's only 3 of us.
Oh
my God, you can math.
I applaud you on your perspicacity. It's a real word, by the way. Look it up, fuckers. It means you're ability to see shit. How's that?
Shit.
Synonym? Percentage.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Alright, as a Mexican doing don't. Just don't. It's so bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Why don't you get up and sing Wonderwall while you're at it?
Don't.
Don't.
Don't, right? No. Just.
No, but the flicks, all this tangent bullshit aside, and this is gonna happen, sorry, fucking thing I can do about it.
Right. Dave can edit it.
But it was announced he is actually the director, whoever the fuck he is, we don't know his name, he's a genius, we like him, director, writer, whatever, is gonna do a phase 3.
Yes.
They set it up for it at the end of the second one, and we shouldn't ruin that.
But no, he's got a lot of fucking explaining to do.
He got some explaining.
Mm-hmm. And I hope he does it through kind of what the characters that we have now. Not like, you see a
Well, he's got to.
Not like exactly.
Well, there's only like fucking 2 left.
No, because you see, a lot of times, you see like a sequel or a 3rd installment or a 4th installment, whatever, that kind of comes together with brand new characters, and you're like, who the fuck is this? Where did these people come from? And they just kind of jump in, but you have that one.
Well, no,
on the verge of. Hang on. You have that one that's on the verge of dying, and all of a sudden he dies, and I'm like, well, that didn't answer anything. But kind of how I hope how they pick up the 3rd installment, how they picked up the second.
That would be wicked.
Well, you got to because
exactly.
Watch past the song. If you watch the second one, watch past the song. First.
I'm sorry, you brought up the song.
Watch past it. Which by the end of the second movie, you'll want to know what the rest of the song is.
I almost punched the fucking laptop.
You did. We're like, no, we're watching it.
But
oh my god,
I'm sorry.
Watch past the song in the first, basically not really the faux credits, but the first wave of credits, and you get like 2 extra. Was it 2 extra Easter eggs?
Yes.
Like 1.5 kind of thing. But
that motherfucker had a face made for punching. When he started fucking playing that song, I
thought it was funny how the sister used
no.
the wake as a shameful plug for her
He
book.
looked like a young Colonel Sanders.
Here's my thing. I meet people like that in real life and have to resist the urge to punch them in the fucking face.
We almost
I
had
have to
Frost in a chokehold, not to punch his computer.
I have to remember that I'm an adult and jail is a thing that I can be put in. You know, it's not like when you're on the playground and someone called your mom a butthole. And,
Right?
you know what I mean? It's not the same.
You push them and you bury their face in the
Right,
sand.
and you're like, my mom is not a butthole, she's a beautiful saint.
No, you just break their arm,
That's
break
not
their
how that
leg, you
works.
smack
But
their
man,
fucking
dude, this
face
is
against the
Right.
asphalt.
See, now I'm like a grown man with muscles and stuff, so it's like
You can hurt people more.
I can fucking hurt somebody. Listen to this motherfucker.
Oh shit.
You weren't complaining when I was talking about the what the fuck is going on?
We should do a review on
Remember?
that. Remember?
Remember?
We go to hell on
Mercer.
I can't.
You know they've reached full power when they're covered in shit.
Anyway.
But watch the Easter eggs and watch the
We're gonna have to edit
credits.
the fuck out of this thing.
I know we are. I hope you're good.
Alright.
But
I don't give a fuck. My channel.
but no, the ending's worth it. Like it
It is. The best part about it was in the last one they didn't really leave any. People say, "Oh, it left a cliffhanger." It didn't really.
not as much as
a lot
not
of
as much
movies
as this
fucking
one did.
come to that abrupt halt, but this one,
It did.
I was like, I mean, we already knew that the guy was making a 3. We knew that, but
We've got no clue
There's-
what the
there's-
fuck it's about. Like
it's definitely
we know
fucking
that
clue.
it's still pertaining to the zombie virus in both the movies, but we've got no fucking clue
No
as
idea.
to how in the hell.
And I want to keep it that way too.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm Frost,
Mercer.
Shua.
and we'll see you next time.
Thank y'all.
Actually, we won't see. Hello.